Alright, so within the next day or two, we will be finishing off the 3.5 anniversary special draw, and I thought I would go over which characters are actually worth going for. So there are quite a few characters here. Some of them are really not worth it, but some of them actually are. And I would also go over exactly which character I will go for, and it might not actually be what you think it is. So yeah, let's just get into it. Now, there are 3 things that you should consider when making a decision on which character you should pick. Now, the first thing to consider is, do you actually have that character? If you do not have a character, I would honestly go for that character. Now, which character is the most worthwhile to go for if you do not have any of the characters? And honestly, I would say either Sariel or Tarmiel. Like, if you do not have Tarmiel, you probably don't have Red Tarmiel. You might have Red Tarmiel, then in that case, Blue Tarmiel isn't worth it. But if you don't have Red Tarmiel and you don't have Blue Tarmiel, then of course I would honestly go for Blue Tarmiel first, and then probably Sariel second, or Sariel first. Like, they have such good graces that you don't actually need dupes for them to actually be good as a association unit. They are just good on their own, and Sariel is actually good as a character himself for the Knighthood boss battle. In most of the Knighthood boss battles, as well as like final boss battles and stuff like that, you will be able to use the Archangel team, and Sariel a lot of the times is an integral part of that team. So he is really good to go for there. I would honestly say Shin is also probably worthwhile. If you do not have a team that can quite easily auto farm the gold dungeon, then Shin is a really good option because he does have a weak point card. There is an AoE card also, so if you just make a team and the enemies are debuffed by, say for example, Wedding Brunhild's passive, then Shin will use his weak point card first, and it's a really good team to go for, like auto, that will just one-shot all the mobs, and it's gonna make your runs a lot faster. So Shin is a really good option there. You might actually need his Holy Relic for that run to actually work, but other than that, he's a really good pick there. Valenti, I would say, is actually also really good. If you do not have a team that can yet beat the Nidhogger boss fight or the Snake boss Demonic Beast battle, then a potential team could be Chad King, Blue Brawler Ban, as well as this Valenti for a sort of patience team, because she has a really good passive here. You don't actually need dupes for her, you just need one copy of her, and if you do not have her, she's a really good pick there, because that way you can start farming out some of the best holy relics in the game. So you can do that every week, like get the guaranteed reward here, get the guaranteed reward there, and if you can clear floor 1, you can start farming out these as well. And then you can also combine that with what you can buy from the World Tree shop and just go in here, buy as many of these as you need, and then over here, like if you want to do the third one as well, you can like buy these. But of course, if you can farm out the first floor, then of course you can just farm them out yourself. So yeah, Valenti is a really good option for that specific purpose. Other than that, at like 1/6, I don't think any of these units are particularly worth it. There's always gonna be like better options for whatever purpose like you want to use them for. That is the first thing to consider. Now the second thing to consider is how many dupes you have of these characters. Which characters actually benefit from having dupes? And honestly, all the Archangels of course benefit. Tarmiel and Sariel are used as associations. I would honestly put Sariel first. Like, you do want to have them at 6/6 because then they'll give the unit that they are an association with 10% of their basic stats. Ludo himself, though, you kinda do want to have him 6/6 if you actually want to use him. Unfortunately, though, every new unit that gets released has more CC than Ludociel, so he basically won't be able to do anything. Like, his cards don't really do anything. He's just a wasted space in the front. He's only used for his passive, where he's gonna lower the enemy's defense-related stats. Unfortunately, because he can't out-CC most new units, even if you max him out completely, like all 15% rolls on your gear, all the cosmetics completely maxed out, he's just gonna be out-CC'd, and there are LR units now that is basically never gonna out-CC. Even with the potential coming in the future that's already been in the game, the Holy Relic upgrade system, that's probably still only gonna give him a little bit of basic stats. Unless, of course, they rework it to where Ludo can actually be useful, I don't think he's actually worth going for. Another unit that is worth going for dupes is, of course, Derriere. She has a really good ultimate, and you can use her for the Knighthood boss battle. In one of the best teams for one of the specific Knighthood boss battles, you do want to have a Derriere. You do want to have her crit. She has a really bad crit chance, though. So actually getting like the highest score possible, you do want to have her 6/6. So she's a really good pick there. Monspeed is also a really good pick to get like 6/6 if you do not have a Kyo. If you do have Kyo and you do have his Holy Relic, Kyo is gonna be better. But if you do not have Kyo or you don't have his Holy Relic, then this Monspeed at 6/6 will be better. Because at 6/6, he's gonna apply 7 Ignites with his ultimate. So he is useful in Knighthood boss battle with the Ban team or the Demon team with Estarossa, or in the Crocshell event boss battle. So he's actually very useful if you do have him duped out. You don't really need to have him super highly duped out, but the higher you have him, of course, the better it will be. And those are sort of the units I would go for dupes. I don't think anyone else is actually worth going for dupes. Like, none of the Catastrophe units, none of the older demons. Unless, of course, they get really broken Holy Relics, but we don't know that. Like, we don't know what they will get or how broken they will be. But the third and final thing to consider is, do you have these units at level 90? As you can see, you will get them at level 90. So if you have them at, like, say, for example, level 60, you will save up to 18 SSR pendants. If you just pick that unit and level him up, you will get a bunch of extra CC, you'll get a bunch of extra GP, and just overall increase the strength of your account. Say for example, you already have Monspeed at 6.6, you already have Derriere at 6.6, Sariel, Tarmil, Ludociel, you have them all at 6.6, then you should probably consider like which unit should you dupe out after that, but more importantly, like what levels are they? So just as an example, I'm gonna go over my demons here. For example, my Estarossa is 4.6, he's a very good pick, but he is level 90. My Galland here though, he's 2.6 and he's only level 60. So by picking Galland, and that is actually what I'm gonna go for, I will basically save myself 18 SSR pendants from, you know, just save myself the trouble of leveling him up, because if you just limit break him all the way up to 90, that is going to be 18 SSR pendants. It's also going to be a bunch of like demon materials, some books and stuff, and the gold and EXP pots. So just getting a free level 90 is super nice. So I think that is what I'm going to go for. But yeah, let me know what you guys are going for. I'm honestly curious, but with that, I think that's going to be it for me. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a most wonderful rest of your day. And yeah, I guess I catch you in the next one. Bye.